Walking without a foot is difficult. Walking on a peg leg is even harder. We know that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. In this case, when the pirate's knee pushes forward, it pushes the peg back, causing it to slip out from under her. A hazard indeed.
It just wants to do that.
Yeah, there's no foot out there to stop it from doing that. Not an ideal walking situation.
A pirate's first steps on the peg leg were eye-opening.
Well, that feels weird.
She had never before considered just how much the biomechanics of walking are affected by the presence or absence of a foot. Practicing with the peg leg over the coming days didn't erase the inherently problematic physics of the situation.
It comes down to physics. Shocker, I know. But having a foot-shaped block of wood at the end of your peg leg works wonders. It's almost like there's a reason why humans have actual feet instead of leg pegs.
For this and many other outspoken reasons, our peg-legged pirate is, ironically, skeptical that real pirates used peg legs as portrayed in modern media.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but I'm extremely skeptical.
And yet, a lingering doubt has nagged at her. What if she simply hasn't given the peg leg a fair chance? Practicing for an hour here or there isn't the same as going through a normal day and a variety of normal environments. Enter the 24-hour challenge.
Time to get up, Mommy.
Well, more accurately, a dawn till dusk challenge, since our pirate shall not be sleeping with the peg leg on. She is not a sleepwalker, so it would do little good anyhow. With any luck, our pirate shall gather valuable first-hand or first-foot experience on how the peg leg functions in the real world. Will her conviction waver that peg legs are impractical, or will she experience a change of heart? We shall see. After dutifully doing her physical therapy exercises,
Not another one.
despite the interruptions of medical phone calls and the cabin boy,
Hello.
our pirate heads to the galley to feed the aforementioned cabin boy. Can she navigate obstacles such as one fluffy white dog and another virtually identical fluffy white dog without tripping and crushing them? Yes. Perhaps the peg leg is more agile than originally supposed. Or perhaps the canines simply have a harder time stepping on her foot since there isn't one. Either way, the pirate manages to get through breakfast and even the laundry without falling on the hardwood floor. So far, so good.
Yeah.
But how will the peg leg perform on other surfaces? To find out, a pirate must set sail for the grocery store. Walking across the parking lot poses little challenge. The rough texture of the asphalt provides ample traction. Once inside, the surface of the grocery store floor is, as feared, slicker. With every step, our pirate must concentrate, wary of embarrassing herself in public. Her concentration pays off, and she does not fall, though admittedly she was cheating. The hefty car cart is functionally a walker, one that makes the cabin boy deliriously happy. Holding on to it provides stability and assists her balance. A more strenuous test is needed. Releasing her hold on the car cart, our pirate tentatively steps toward the kitty litter. Its considerable weight will surely put her skills to the test. Balancing on the peg, she gives a mighty heave. Success! She hoists the cargo up and over into the hole, a task real pirates surely did on a daily basis. Perhaps the peg leg isn't so far-fetched after all. More testing is required. Our pirate decides to explore a second store with a harder and slicker floor. The polished cement is unforgiving and would surely result in injury if the peg leg fails the test. From the moment our pirate steps peg inside the store, she realizes that she is indeed on thin ice. She reflects on her first steps on the peg leg. When the wood made contact with slick metal, it was even more prone to sliding. Hence, her prosthetist added rubber tread to the bottom of the wood.
Works as a telescope too.
Even so, she finds the smooth concrete floor difficult to walk on. The This time there is no car cart to save her. It raises serious doubts about whether pirates could have successfully walked on cobblestone streets without shopping carts to hold on to.
I'm still skeptical.
If a pirate feels this uncertain walking on level concrete with a rubber tread, how would a real pirate be able to traverse uneven, well-worn stones, possibly slick with rain, without the advantage of rubber tread? It's some real food for thought. A pirate returns home to ponder the implications and make cookies with the cabin boy.
Welcome home.
She's halfway through the 24-hour challenge and is starting to notice pain in her remaining foot. The peg leg has no shock absorption, no energy return, and therefore is a poor partner for her foot, which has to compensate by taking more than its fair share of the strain. As she stands, the pirate finds that her weight shifts more and more to the healthy side, away from the peg. Though more stable, her foot is rapidly becoming sore. Halfway through the day, and she is also observing that she is more tired than usual. Walking on a modern prosthesis uses more energy than walking on healthy human legs. Is it possible that walking on a peg leg results in an even higher energy expenditure, or is it merely coincidental that she's rapidly growing fatigued? One can only guess. 24 cookies later, our pirate is dreaming of bedtime, but she can't rest yet. Her only daughter has returned home from school. Given her own complex medical challenges, the daughter is in need of physical therapy. Time to test out the peg leg in another new environment. Our pirate strides confidently towards the building, only to encounter a new obstacle: truncated domes. As Google informs me they are called, result in an uneven surface. Our pirate nearly stumbles. Her previous concerns about walking on cobblestones are intensified. This isn't looking good for the peg-legged pirate myth. Inside, the carpeted floor is like a breath of fresh air, until a new situation arises. Her daughter is going to do laps around the hospital on an adaptive tricycle. Unlike the two-legged physical therapist, our pirate can't run to keep up. Running involves bending the knees, which, as we've established, causes the peg leg to slip out. The speed and force of running doesn't help matters. Our pirate knows from past experiments that running is a literal no-go. If using a shopping cart as a walker is cheating, then supporting one's entire weight on grab bars whilst wiggling one's legs in a running-like motion is definitely cheating. Deprived of the means of cheating, a pirate does what any pirate would do and commandeers a vessel of her own. But what would a historical pirate have done? Playing hide-and-seek on tricycles in the safety of the hospital is all well and good, but real pirates sometimes try to kill each other. Running in the opposite direction is an important survival skill. What would a peg-legged pirate do if faced with a real life-or-death situation? Since dead men tell no tales, we may never know. An hour later, our pirate is well and truly spent. She makes her weary way through the hospital, back out into the parking lot, staying mindful of the detectable warning tiles. By the time she has fed her children and wrangled them into bed, she is on the verge of collapse. Correction, she has collapsed. Surprisingly, her muscles aren't particularly sore, only her foot. More than anything, she is exhausted.
Now, if you excuse me. Oh, so tired.
But she's also triumphant. She successfully completed her 24-hour challenge. This peg leg challenge taught her that practice does indeed help. Already she feels more at ease on the peg leg than ever before, but the day's adventures also raised many questions about the feasibility of walking on a peg leg long term, let alone on the soggy and swaying deck of a ship. More research is needed, but for now, our pirate is tired and ready to call it a night.